There's been some quite horrendous thunderstorms over eastern counties of England overnight, and indeed at the moment there is a ban.
It's 6:30 in the morning and Steve, the weatherman, is doing the early show. His audience, 17 airmen from the RAF's Airborne Early Warning Fleet based at Waddington near Lincoln. For some, this is their last chance to test their training before heading for war-torn Yugoslavia. Out on the airfield, the ground crew don't need a Met man to tell them what's happening. The plane they've prepared in appalling conditions is a £130 million flying radar station. The Americans who built it know it as AWACS, Airborne Warning and Control System. To the RAF, it's known more simply as the Sentry. In charge of today's mission is Major Peter Semrau, a squadron leader in the German Air Force. Major Semrau is at Waddington on a NATO posting.
The RAF Sentry's role is to work fully integrated into the so-called NATO Airborne Early Warning Force. And we are part, especially since the 1st of July this year, we've become fully integrated part of this force.
Today's mission is scheduled to last 11 hours. The plane has been ordered to circle 30,000 feet above southern Germany. On the ground, a vital radar station is suddenly out of action and the Sentry is providing emergency cover. Inside the windowless fuselage, Major Semrau's surveillance operators concentrate on their radar screens. Just how far the radar can see is officially classified, but the screens today are showing air traffic over a huge area of Western Europe, each coloured dot representing an aircraft in flight. The radar's computer watches and identifies everything which moves.
In peacetime, obviously, we're not looking for hostile traffic, we're looking for unusual traffic. And of course, they will look for traffic which is not on air routes, they're looking for traffic which shouldn't be in a certain place at a certain time.
If something hostile or merely suspicious appears on the screen, the Sentry has another role. Fighters like RAF Tornadoes are scrambled from the ground and sent to have a look. They're guided to the target by the Sentry's three-man team of fighter controllers.
On your nose now for 5 miles, not in contact. 01 now, you're reading 260, tactical. 01.
If the Sentry is called upon to control fighters in Yugoslavia, they'll probably come from the American 6th Fleet. But for now, no one is talking of military intervention on that scale.
Our main operation down there will be to monitor the airspace and to assist the UN sanctions which have been imposed.
The Sentry will operate from Sicily, providing vital surveillance for NATO ships patrolling the Yugoslav coast. Its radar will be used to spot any boats on embargo-busting voyages. The airmen on board say they're well trained for the task.
With our standard NATO training, we really pressurise the guys and the crew to work at a very high level of activity. Monitoring missions such as when we go to Yugoslavia tend to be low workload.
The workload may be less, but the flights will be longer and more frequent.
These missions will differ in so far that we have to fly much more and much more often in order to fill in and fit in into a 24-hour coverage a day. And plus the tension on board of the individual crew member will be much higher than on a routine, normal day-to-day mission.
The first Sentry bound for Yugoslavia left Waddington late this afternoon. The second aircraft will follow tomorrow. After months of training, the aircrews know this mission is for real.